What is going on, everybody? It's Matthew here, your local bro. We are back at it again with the 5 greatest defenses in the NFL history. Yeah. This hat, you're wondering? How am I wearing such a beautiful hat? This hat is just to show my appreciation to you guys because it's a good looking hat. You guys are good looking subscribers. That's obviously why I'm going to wear this hat. If you're new to this channel and don't want to miss out on any more reactional content in your life, you want to see some good stuff, comment what you want to see and don't forget to smash the subscribe button as well. And I'll make sure that you see what you want to see. 5 greatest defenses in NFL history. Guys, let's go.
While NFL offenses often attract more attention than defenses, the value of a great defense should not be forgotten. As the old adage goes, defense wins championships. Offenses have
Looks good. Good.
Evolved mightily over the years, so ranking the top defenses in league history is a tough task, but there are a few groups that separate themselves from the rest. Here are the 5 greatest defenses in NFL history.
Let's go!
2013 Seattle Seahawks. The formula for a great defense seems to be an elite nickname and a Super Bowl ring. Well, the 2013 Seahawks D checks off both boxes there. Referred to as the Legion of Boom, the Seahawks defense is the only recent squad to grace the
Shermanator
list. As we all know, the NFL has become much more offensively focused, with high-powered offenses constantly lighting up scoreboards. With that being
I've forgotten how explosive these guys were.
said, the Seahawks only allowed 14.4 points per game in the 2013 season. The Seahawks
Bro, what? That's nasty.
defense ranked first in the NFL in total yards and passing yards allowed that year. They primarily relied on their secondary to make plays, and they often came through, as Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Brandon Browner, and Cam Chancellor combined for 28 interceptions. While they were great at forcing turnovers, they also could lay the wood with bone-crushing hits, hence the Legion of Boom nickname. Seattle went 13-3 in the regular season before going on a postseason run that would give this defense a chance to etch their names in the history books. In Super Bowl 48, they faced the league's #1 offense and one of the best offenses in NFL history in the Denver Broncos. Forcing 4 turnovers, the Legion of Boom
Look at this guy, bro. He's laying there. Damn, he's getting totally smack-doodled by these guys.
held Peyton Manning's Broncos to only 8 points in a 48-3 blowout. 1971 Minnesota Vikings. The 1971 Minnesota
Okay, you guys have to comment down below if this is accurate because I have no clue, bro. My mother wasn't even born when this happened.
Vikings defense set the standard for what makes a great defense for years to come. They also had arguably one of the coolest nicknames in the history of sports, as they were called the Purple People Eaters. They were led by defensive tackle Alan Page, who won NFL MVP that season and became the first defensive player in league history to be named MVP. Page and his fellow Purple People Eaters held opposing quarterbacks to a 40.4 quarterback rating that season, one of the lowest ever. They allowed just 9.9 points per game.
Not even 10 points! Wow, that's just remarkable, dude.
3.9 yards per play, and forced 45 turnovers. During the 71 campaign, they pitched 3 shutouts and only allowed more than 20 points on 2 occasions. In addition to Page, defensive end Carl Eller, safety Paul Krause, and defensive end Jim Marshall made the All-Pro team that year. The Purple People Eaters helped the Vikings to an 11-3 regular season record before falling to the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC divisional round. 2000 Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
The 2000 Ravens were about as stingy as they come in terms of giving up points or yards. Led by Hall of Famer Ray Lewis and NFL Defensive Player of the Year for that season, this defense was a nightmare for opposing teams. This Baltimore defense had plenty of talent surrounding Lewis too. Cornerbacks Chris McAllister and Dwayne Starks combined for 10 interceptions, and Peter Bulware, Rob Burnett, and Michael McCrary combined for 24 sacks. As a team, the Ravens only allowed 10.3 points and 60.63 rushing yards per game, and forced 49 turnovers that season.
That's
These low
good.
rushing totals were not the result of teams not trying to run the ball against them, as Ravens gave up an eye-popping 2.7 yards per carry over the year. That average would be low for a single game, so doing it over a 16-game season makes it even more impressive. They also had 4 shutouts in the regular season. Like the best defenses do, this Ravens squad took their game to a whole new level in the playoffs. After a 12-4 regular season record, the Baltimore defense carried the team to a Super Bowl title.
I love that an actual defense can carry an entire team, man. I really like that.
They allowed just 23 total points in their 4 playoff games, and 7 of those came from a kick return touchdown, so they really only allowed 16 points. In addition to surrendering points, they forced turnovers to that postseason, collecting 12 of them. On the game's biggest stage, they only gave up 7 points in a 34-7 win over the New York Giants in Super Bowl 35. 1976 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is that the steel curtain, probably?
Referred to as the Steel Curtain,
Yeah!
the Pittsburgh defense was known for shutting down opposing offenses and preventing them from scoring. After giving up one...
Bro, back in the day, like, it's so good. Like, look at this guy. Like, everyone is just injured. They have no arm. Bro, the hand is broken. The legs are broken. Amputated, half body. Bro, the neck is crooked. These guys really got hit a lot.
120 points in the first 5 games of the season. The Steelers' defense came alive.
Like, it looks like so more alive and dirty.
They only allowed 28 points over the next 9 contests, including 5 shutouts and 2 games where the opponent scored 3 points. Pittsburgh went 9-0 in this stretch after a 1-4 start to the year. People around the league referred to what Pittsburgh did with their front 7 as a gimmick. Mean Joe Green would line up in a tilted stance between the center and guard rather than being head up on a guard. He would then immediately shoot the gap when the ball was snapped instead of waiting to read the individual play. By doing this, the offensive lines would have to focus on Green, and linebacker Jack Lambert would be able to rush with ease and meet the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage. If it was a gimmick, it was certainly a successful one. The Steeler defense allowed just 9.9 points per game, forced 46 turnovers, and had 8 defensive players named to the Pro Bowl that year. Pittsburgh went 10-4 in the regular season before falling to the Oakland Raiders in the AFC Championship game after being pretty riddled by injuries. 1985 Chicago Bears. Known as the Monsters of the Midway, this defense was exactly that, monsters. Running an aggressive 46 defense constructed by Buddy Ryan, this Bears defense constantly pressured
Buddy Ryan, what a big name.
Opposing offenses. They were a defense that prided themselves on causing havoc.
Bro, what's going on?
As they racked up 64 sacks and snagged 34 interceptions over the course of the 85 season. Ryan would just relentlessly blitz the other team and forced 54 total turnovers. Their defensive front 7 is viewed as one of the best that the NFL has ever seen, including Hall of Famer Richard Dent, as he led the NFL in sacks that year with 17 of them. Dent was also first in the league in fumbles forced with 7. In an era when NFL offenses were obsessed with running the ball, the Bears only allowed 82.4 rushing yards per game and 6 total rushing touchdowns that season. The Bears gave up just 12.4 points per game that year as they went 15-1 as a team in the regular season. The Monsters of the Midway turned up the heat even more in the playoffs, as they only gave up 10 total points in 3 games. They added
Bro, they are slaughtering the guys out here. Look at this.
4 sacks over those 3 games.
Bro, they are like jumping and killing people and stuff.
Their already impressive 64 sacks from the regular season. As they pitched 2 shutouts in the division.
How many injuries did this team cause?
Round and NFC title game before holding the New England Patriots to just 10 points in a commanding 46-10 victory in Super Bowl 20.
Bro, what an impressive list. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, bro. Some of these were just absurd. Out of the roof, boom. Insane defenses, insane athletes, insane teams. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave one of those down below. Helps me out so much. Comment what you want to see in the next video. And if you're new or if you haven't done it already, make sure that you subscribe to don't miss out on any more reactional content. That's everything for today, guys. Hope you get a good one. I will catch you guys around in the next one.